You probably know him as the face of Tesla and SpaceX, the guy who wants to put a chip in your brain and take us all to Mars. But who is Elon Musk really? Let's peel back the layers on one of the most talked about, controversial, and innovative figures of our time. From his early days in South Africa to his reign as the world's wealthiest person, this is the story of a man who literally shoots for the stars. Born in Pretoria, South Africa in 1971, Elon's childhood was far from ordinary. His mother, May Musk, is a model and dietitian, and his father, Errol Musk, is an electromechanical engineer and property developer. Elon has a younger brother, Kimball, who is a restaurateur and philanthropist, and a younger sister, Tosca, who is a filmmaker. From a young age, Elon was a voracious reader, devouring everything from sci-fi novels to he taught himself to code and, at just 12 years old, created and sold his first video game, called Blastar, for about $500. This was the first hint of the entrepreneurial spirit that would later define his entire career. Life wasn't always easy, though. He has described his childhood as difficult and has spoken about being bullied in school, seeking better opportunities, and wanting to avoid mandatory military service in Apartheid, South Africa. Elon moved to Canada at 17, attending Queen's University before transferring to the University of Pennsylvania in the U.S. there. He earned degrees in both physics and economics. He was then accepted into a Ph.D. program in applied physics at Stanford University, but his ambition couldn't be contained by academia. After just 2 days, he dropped out, drawn by the booming potential of the internet. This was the mid-90s, the dawn of the dot-com era, and Musk was ready to dive in. In 1995, with his brother Kimball, he co-founded Zip, an online city guide for newspapers. Think of it as an early version of Google Maps and Yelp combined. They started with just a few $1,000s from their father. It was a grind. They slept in the office, showered at the YMCA, and lived off cheap food. But their hard work paid off. 4 years later, in 1999, Combeck acquired Zipto for over $300 million. Elon's share was $22 million. At 28 years old, he was already a multimillionaire. But he didn't stop to celebrate for long. What do you do after your first big success? If you're Elon Musk, you risk it all on your next idea. He took $10 million of his own money and co-founded XCOM, one of the world's first online banks. This company would soon merge with a competitor called Confinity, which had a little money transfer service you might have heard of, PayPal. Musk became the CEO, but his tenure was rocky. While he was on vacation, the board ousted him and replaced him with Peter Thiel. Despite the drama, the move was financially brilliant. In 2002, eBay bought PayPal for a massive $1.5 billion. Musk, as the largest shareholder, walked away with about $180 million after taxes. Now, with serious capital, Musk set his sights higher. Much higher. He had a lifelong fascination with space exploration, but he was frustrated with the high cost of rockets. He believed humanity's future depended on becoming a multiplanetary species, a backup plan in case something catastrophic happens to Earth. So, in 2002, he founded SpaceX, the Space Exploration Technologies Corporation. With the audacious goal of making space travel cheaper and eventually colonizing Mars, he invested $100 million of his own money. The early days were brutal. The first 3 rocket launches all failed, exploding before reaching orbit. He was on the brink of bankruptcy, pouring every last cent he had into the 4th launch. He later said if that one had failed, SpaceX would have been done. But in 2008, the Falcon 1 finally made it to orbit, making SpaceX the first privately funded company to achieve this feat. That success secured a crucial $1.6 billion contract from NASA to resupply the International Space Station, saving the company and paving the way for its future dominance. While he was trying to get to space, Musk was also tackling a problem here on Earth, a reliance on fossil fuels. In 2004, he became the largest shareholder and chairman of a small electric car startup called Tesla Motors. He wasn't one of the original founders, but he joined early on and led the initial funding rounds, playing a pivotal role in the design of their first car, the Roadster. His vision was clear: to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Like SpaceX, Tesla faced near-death experiences. The 2008 financial crisis hit hard, and the company was hemorrhaging money. Musk had to choose between funding SpaceX or Tesla. He split his remaining funds between them, bringing both companies perilously close to collapse. But they survived. Today, Tesla is the world's most valuable automaker, single-handedly revolutionizing the electric vehicle market and pushing the entire industry forward. But Musk's empire doesn't stop there. He also co-founded Neuralink in 2016, a company developing brain-computer interfaces. The goal is to merge the human brain with artificial intelligence, potentially treating neurological conditions and, in the long term, enhancing human capabilities. Then there's the Boring Company. Founded in 2016. Its mission is to solve urban traffic by digging a network of tunnels for autonomous electric vehicles. While it sounds like a joke to start in LA traffic, they've already built operational tunnels, like the one at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Of course, no story about Elon Musk would be complete without mentioning his 2022 acquisition of Twitter, which he controversially rebranded as X. The $44 billion purchase was one of the largest leveraged buyouts in history, and it has been a whirlwind of changes, controversy, and debate ever since. His stated goal was to protect free speech. But the platform's transformation has been one of the most closely watched and criticized chapters of his career. All this ambition has made him incredibly wealthy. For years, he has vied with figures like Jeff Bezos and Bernard Arnault for the title of the richest person in the world. His net worth, primarily tied to his stakes in Tesla and space, fluctuates wildly with the stock market, often changing by billions of dollars in a single day. But he claims not to be motivated by money, living a relatively simple lifestyle for a billionaire. He has said he doesn't own a primary residence and often stays with friends. He is a signatory of the Giving Pledge, promising to give away the majority of his wealth during his lifetime or in his will. His personal life is just as public and complex as his business ventures. He's been married 3 times, twice to the same woman, actress Talia Riley. His first wife was author Justine Wilson, with whom he had 6 children. Tragically, their firstborn son, Nevada, passed away from sudden infant death syndrome at just 10 weeks old. They later had twin sons and then triplet sons through IVF. He also has 3 children with the musician Grimes, with whom he had an on-again, off-again relationship. Their children's unique names, like XGA12, sparked global curiosity and memes. He has since had more children, bringing his known total to at least a dozen. He juggles this large family with a work schedule that is famously intense, often working over 80 hours a week and sleeping in his factories to oversee production. So, what drives him? It seems to be a deep-seated desire to solve what he sees as humanity's biggest problems: the risk of single-planet existence, unsustainable energy, and the potential threat of unchecked artificial intelligence. He's a visionary to some, a reckless provocateur to others. He's an engineering-obsessed workaholic who uses social media to share memes, pick fights, and move markets. He can launch the world's most powerful rocket one day and get into a public spat the next. He is a paradox, a builder and a disruptor, a genius and a jester. From a bullied kid in South Africa to the man building rockets to Mars, his journey is a testament to relentless ambition and a tolerance for risk that few can comprehend. He has failed spectacularly and succeeded on an even grander scale. Whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny his impact. He has fundamentally changed the automotive, aerospace, and tech industries, and he's probably just getting started. What do you think will be his next big move? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and do you forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives of the world's biggest innovators.